On the edge of the rolling hills of Tuscany, where vineyards blended with the golden hues of the setting sun, Elena ran her small café. Each morning she would open the wooden shutters, greeting the first visitors with the rich aroma of freshly ground coffee. Her life was orderly, peaceful, until the day Matteo arrived in town. He appeared unexpectedly, carried by the southern wind. Tall, with slightly tousled hair, and a smile that could brighten even the cloudiest day. He ordered an espresso, his gaze locking onto Elena's with an intensity that sent a shiver down her spine. From that moment, something inside her stirred, as if dormant desires had been awakened. Day after day, Matteo returned. He always sat at the same table, a book in hand. They talked about everything: life, travels, dreams. Each glance, each accidental touch built a tension neither could ignore. Their conversations grew deeper, their silences more charged, and the attraction between them became undeniable. Elena felt her heart race every time she saw him walk through the door. One evening, after the café had emptied, Matteo lingered. Rain drummed against the terracotta rooftops, the air filled with the scent of damp earth and coffee. Elena was wiping down the tables when he stepped closer. Their eyes met, and suddenly everything was clear. Matteo reached out, tucking a stray curl behind her ear before pressing his lips to hers. Slowly, tenderly, but with a passion that set them both alight. That night, they didn't part. Matteo led her upstairs to her small apartment above the café. With trembling fingers, she untied her apron and he ran his hands over her hips, pulling her closer. Their lips met again, no longer hesitant. Elena felt the heat of his skin as he pulled off his shirt, and then, in the hush of the night, their bodies entwined in a fevered dance that neither of them wanted to end. Each kiss was a promise, each touch an unspoken confession of desire. As they collapsed onto the bed, the world outside ceased to exist. There was only them, lost in a night of unrestrained passion. From that night on, their lives were forever changed. They met in secret, under the cover of starlit skies. Their love was like a storm, wild, uncontained, yet offering them both an unexpected sense of belonging. They couldn't get enough of each other. Each night was filled with tenderness, but also a raw, untamed passion. Their bodies learned each other's needs, responding with urgency, as if every moment could be their last. But their paradise couldn't last forever. One evening, Matteo confessed that he was only in town for a short while. His work required him to return to Rome. Elena felt her heart shatter. She didn't want to lose him, but she couldn't leave behind the only home she had ever known. Their last night together was one of tears and desperate, lingering kisses. Their bodies moved in perfect harmony, savoring every touch, every sigh, as if imprinting the memory of each other onto their very souls. As dawn broke, Matteo slipped away, leaving only the scent of him on her pillow and the ghost of his embrace. Months passed, and every day, Elena found herself glancing at his usual table, hoping to see him there. Sometimes, a tall stranger would walk in, and for a fleeting second her heart would leap, only to sink when she realized it was not him. Time dulled the pain, but the longing never faded. Each man who walked into her café felt like a shadow of Matteo. Then one morning as she opened the shutters, she heard a familiar voice. Turning around, she saw him, standing there, a suitcase in hand, smiling as if he had never left. "I stayed for you," he whispered. Elena threw herself into his arms, the world around them disappearing. Their love had endured the test of time, stronger than ever. Because true love always finds its way, even through the fiercest of storms.